firmly into contention. Currently finds herself 3 shots back, still chasing that first win of the year. Now to the downhill 8th, Jung Seul-gi. Picked off a birdie here yesterday, and looks like she's going to give herself every chance to pick off another today. Lovely tee shot with its 7 iron, 143 meter par 3. That is the state of affairs at the very top of the leaderboard. Min Song and Ji Han Sol sharing the lead at 13 under par. Anna Rin, the last player in that final group, just 1 shot back. Mi Jung-min's really tearing it up this Sunday afternoon. Look at that scorecard. Hole out for Eagle on 13. She's 5 under on her back 9. 7 under for the day. We've seen it a couple of times this year. Someone gets in, posts a number early, apply some pressure to the leaders who have a couple of holes to play. Jung-min certainly trying to do just that. Now back to the leaders on the 6th. Look at that tiny little sliver of fairway that Ji Han Sol's trying to lay it up into. Just over the very right edge of that cart path would be fine. Going to trouble up the left on this hole. Yeah, it's a fine shot there from Ji Han Sol. Par 5s here at South Springs, not reachable for these ladies. And the layups aren't easy either. A lot of trouble pinches in around the layup zone. Ji Han Sol has navigated this golf course very nicely over the first 2 days. As has Anna Rin. That water up the left I was talking about. Seen a couple of balls go splash in there. Song Ga-eun a couple of moments ago. Park Hyun-kyung yesterday afternoon. Looks like a watery grave this ball will not find for Anna Rin. Problems at all there. 73 players making it safely through to the final round. Cut line came at level par yesterday, so they're all going home with a little paycheck. Min Song looking for a very big paycheck if she can continue to play some very solid golf. This her second shot. Taking that water completely out of play, just hitting a big high towering fade. Hasn't had a win in 6 years in the KLPGA Tour. This lady won back-to-back KLPGA Championship majors. Park Hyun-kyung. This for a birdie at the 7th. One of the rare players that putts with the glove on. It certainly uses it to great effect. Not to find a birdie there at 7 today. She'll remain at 8 under par level for the championship. Currently sits 2nd on the KLPGA Tour order of merit, on the money list, I should say. Here's the lady that's atop the rookie points list, Song Ga-eun. Just dropped a shot back at the 6th. This to get it straight back. Puts a beautiful roll on it. And that ball is going to remain above ground for Song Ga-eun. 2 over for her final round. Not the start she wanted, but still plenty of golf to play for these ladies. Ryu Hye-ran. Can she pick up another from the left edge of the green on 7? This to get back to double digits under par. Just not quite enough pace for Hye-ran. Pars all round in this group on the 7th. Now back to the 6th and Anna Rin. So today cut 25 paces from the front. All the way back. This left section of the green. Jihan Sol from the right edge of the fairway really gives herself a good angle to attack. Seen it so much through the week. These very intimidating looking green complexes at South Springs. So important to be on the correct level. Oh, and I would think that's the correct level. Lovely shot from Jihan Sol. Song couldn't miss yesterday in that round of 64 in the afternoon. How does she respond to that fine wedge shot of Jihan Sol? With a fine wedge shot of her own, 3 beauties from your final group on the par 5 6th. 3 very good looks at birdie to come. Just get a sense they're starting to distance themselves from the chasing pack ever so slightly. There's a lady who found herself behind the 8 ball early, 1 over par round at 73 to start her week. Park Min-ji put things right yesterday. Continues to try to climb the leaderboard today and rolls that one in for a nice birdie. Up to 8 under par she goes. That bogey on her scorecard, the first she made since the first round. Goes back up to 8 under. You have to feel, though, that might be a little bit too far back. Jung Seul-gi has this to get to 9 after that great tee shot. Good putt indeed. A pair of birdies on the 2 short holes on the outward half. She's up to within 4. Now you're going to get used to this view. Elevated greens, looking back down the fairway. Kang Yi Lin, just from the very right edge of the fairway on 7. 114 left. Big hook lie. And judges it beautifully. Tidy shot there for Kang Yi Lin. Player that's bounced between the Dream Tour and the Jump Tour and the KLPGA Tour quite a bit in her career. This lady, though, a Hall of Fame career, that's for sure. Chang Hana. Leads the all-time Korean money list with 4 billion Korean won earned. This is her second shot to the 7th. Takes a soft bounce in the fringe. She won't be able to see where that ball's finished up. The 7th green perched well above the level of the players on the fairway. But she'll have a look at birdie in a couple of moments as we cross over to Ryu Hei Ran. Disappointed with that level par round of 72 yesterday. Okay. Pin high left of the hole. Good tidy shot. Kyung. It's going to find the trap short left of the green. She's got a great short game and plenty of green to work with. Now back to the leaders on the par 5 6th. It's Anna Rin first to putt. It's for birdie to move her up into a temporary share of the lead. Yeah, well hauled there for the 25-year-old. Hasn't missed a cut yet in 2021. Didn't play the first two events of the season. At the Lotte Rent-A-Car and the next Sensate 9 Masters. But she's playing some good golf, as is this lady. So this to move up to 14 under par for Ji-Han Sol. Dead center cup. Hasn't she looked impressive? Only 2 bogeys all week long for Ji-Han Sol. She now leads by 1 at 14 under par. Well, that solo lead could be all of about 40 seconds. Ha-Min Song with a putt from just inside of that to join her on that mark. Yeah, well hauled there for the 25-year-old. Hasn't won since the 2015 Bognor MBN Ladies Open. Best finish of the year coming back in Jeju Island in a tie for 19th at the season opening event. Ha-Min Song and Ji-Han Sol continue to lead at the top at 14 under par. Great view from the back of Park Hyun-kyung's bunker shot on the 8th. Fan that club face open. Just let the ball release out to the hole. Leaves herself a 4-footer. Now Zhang Hana, with the leader showing no signs of slowing down. Putts like these have to drop with the 29-year-old. Was that going to stay up? No, it's not. Zhang Hana will make no further progress up the leaderboard as she walks off the 7th. Across to the par 4 10th and catch up with Lim Hee-jong. This putt for birdie gets her to 7 under par. We talked about the adventures that Kang Hee-lin's had since she turned pro back in 2012. Lost her card not once but twice. A bit of a misread there for Kang Hee-lin. Played 3 years on the Dream Tour before regaining her tour card. One over for her final round, but just hanging on inside the top 12 right now. the 6th hole done for the leaders. They now make their way to the 7th, and look at this elevation that the players deal with off the tee. It's a big 30-foot drop from where the ladies are teeing off on this 344-meter hole. They'll be looking to start it at the pair of bunkers up the right with a little draw. Most of the field are going to be in this shaded area, but from where that landing zone is, it's a good bit of elevation till you get back up to the green. For the most part, you're going to find yourself with the ball above feet hanging lie to an elevated green, with a hole that today is cut 18 paces on and 7 from the left in a left-hand pocket. It's all about picking a yardage and trusting it. A couple of slopes can help you feed the ball closer to the hole, but it's going to require 2 good shots to give players a decent look at a birdie. Hwa Min Song made plenty of birdies in that 64 yesterday. He's first on the tee, aiming at that far right trap. Works that big high cut in there. Coincidentally, though, the 7th hole, not one of the 9 holes she birdied yesterday. She'll find the fairway on this par 4. She's only played 3 events, but she's got the 2nd best scoring average on tour at 70.1. Surely going to improve on that after this week on her rim. Smooth swinger of the golf club. She too finds the short stuff. Came runner-up to Park Min-ji a couple of weeks ago at the NH Investments and Securities Championship. So she too going with a gentle right to left ball flight on this 7th. Dissects another fairway. Min Song and Jihan Sol share the top spot, just 1 clear of Anna Rin and 4 ahead of the pair from Lee Jung Min and Zhang Hana. Song Ga-eun unfortunately heading in the wrong direction this Sunday afternoon, as are the likes of Jung Ji Min. Still plenty of great golf to come this afternoon. Thoroughly looking forward to it. Hope you're enjoying this coverage from wherever you're watching in the world. It's the final round coverage and action from the 9th edition of the E1 Charity Open. Second shot on the way for Jeong Seol Gi on the 9th. 115 meters left for the 23-year-old. And negotiates it very nicely, gets the ball to that back left tier. An opportunity for Seol Gi to go up to 10 under par. So we peer back down the 7th fairway to find your final group, Jihan Sol. Coming off a 3rd place finish last week at the Doosan match play. Runner-up at the Hyochon Honey Ladies Masters a couple of weeks earlier. 112 left. You see right there from where she's standing, she can only see the top half of the flagstick. Start it about 20 feet right and let it bend to the left. Okay, it's a tidy shot, pin high. Anna Rin. Already had a close call at the NH Investments and Securities Championship 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. 105 left. Caught that just a hair thin. Just killed all that speed in the front fringe, so she'll have a 35-footer for a birdie. Now, Min Song talked about that big high hook line that you tend to get from the right edge of the fairway. Yeah, she can do no better than that. So all three players on the putting surface at 7, but no real good looks at birdie, which is good news for the chasing pack. The likes of Chang Hana, who's made her way to the par 3 8th tee. Getting that one to feed, keep feeding. Okay, fine shot there from the 14-time winner on the KLPGA Tour.
조금 위에 맞았어. 1m 뒤 맞았으면 딱인데 컷 잘 들어갔네.
Kang Ye-lin using a back tee box today on the 8th, playing to its full length of 167, so she's got a 6-iron. Didn't quite get all of that. It's a fairly simple chip from the front edge of the green. Now to the picturesque 17th hole. Kim Se-ro-mi. We've already seen one hole-in-one from Kim Cho-yeon on day 1 on this hole. Drove off in a brand new Hyundai. Are we going to see another in the final round? Has it gone in? I believe it has. Oh, how about that? What's so hard about this hole? I wonder if they have to share the car. Kim Se-ro-mi, bogey at the first, but 3 birdies since and a hole-in-one there on the 17th. The second of the week on this hole. Goodness me, that cup on 17 must be the size of a bucket. Oh. Back to the relative calm and intensity, quiet intensity of the 7th green and Anna Rin. Right to left, a slow putt up the hill. Not going to get there for Anna Rin. She'll do no better than a par. It's a similar section of the green that Min Song is putting from, so she'll know this is a slow one, giving it plenty of speed, and oh, wow! Someone called the police. She was just robbed there. It was the full lip out. Sometimes all you can do is smile. Hit a good putt. They don't always all go in. Now to the front edge of the 8th. Kang Ye-lin. Alright, nestles it up close to the hole. It's already had a top 10 finish this year at the NH Investments and Securities Championship. 8th place there. So important to play well at the start of the year. Try and give yourself some confidence. Chang Hana is for birdie to get to 11. just running out of pace. Gives herself plenty of chances. Just needs that putter to cooperate. We always talk about it. So solid tee to green. When she starts to hold putts, she's a force to be reckoned with. That was a great shot for Seul Gi into 9. This one to get her alongside Jung Hana at 10 under par in a share of 4th. And she'll trickle that one in on the right edge. So Jeong Seul Gi goes out in 3 under par 33. She'll quickly trot across to the 10th tee. Now, an opportunity for Ji Han Sol to move to 15 under par and 1 clear of Ha Min Song. Oh, you fancy it? You certainly do. Ji Han Sol, 1 clear again. Slow start with that bogey at the second, but 3 birdies in her last 5 see her assume sole possession of the lead once more. Atta girl, little fist bump. Ha Min Song, after that unfortunate lip out, finds herself trailing. Really get the sense that the way that things are playing out right now, not too much wind, birdies coming in from everywhere. This final group finds themselves 3 shots clear of the next closest competitor, and are in at 13 under par, 3 ahead of 3 players at 10 under. So for all intents and purposes, you think the winner's probably going to come out that final threesome. There we go, across to the 10th, and Park Min-ji, better late than never. She's putting together a bit of a run. This for a birdie to get her to 9 under. Oh, didn't look convinced, but it's found the bottom of the cup. She was back-to-back, round 9 and 10. She goes up to 9 under par and continues to play very good golf this early in 2021. Back to the 9th and Park Hyun Kyung. See the hole cut in the very back left section of the green. 30 paces on, 7 from the left on a tiny little tier. If you find that tier, you're going to have a short putt for birdie. And that's not exactly where the hole is cut. And that's not come to rest just yet. The slope's going to try and help it. Here it comes, here it comes. Work to be done for Park Hyun Kyung. Ryu-Hei Ran started her week with an eagle, a hole-out eagle on her very first hole of the championship, the 10th, en route to that 64. She's been treading water ever since, though. This is her second shot. Can she do better than Park Hyun Kyung? Oh, certainly can. Rifles it straight at the flag. Unfortunately, not going to get that to stop. Alright, she'll have an uphill look at birdie to come. Try to go out in 34. Put together some kind of charge. Because these 3 ladies on the 8th tee are not slowing down at all. Only 2 drop shots all week for Ji Han Sol. The tournament leader now on the par 3 tee box. Playing 167 today. Should be a 6-iron for Ji Han. 7. Feeling a bit amped up after that birdie. Got on a good line if it catches the front edge. See, I told you Ji Han should have hit the 6-iron. Going to come up just a touch short. Still, as I mentioned earlier, not a terrible spot. The front edge of the screen. Plenty of green to work with. Fairly easy spot. So the door is ajar for Ha Min Song to reapply some pressure to the tournament leader. He likes to cut the ball, but that looks like a bit of a double cross. Okay, covers the front edge of the green. Slope's going to help move that ball closer to the hole, so a happy miss there for Min Song. Going to get away with it. She's going to leave herself a 15-footer to get to 15 under. Now, Anna Rin. He has the 2 wins on tour, and they both came back in 2020, I should say, sorry. The Hana Financial Group Championship and the Otec Carrier Championship, en route to a 4th place finish on the money list last season. High towering ball flight. And she too gets a nice kick. That one's going to release on just inside of Min Song's. Made 607 million Korean won last season on the KLPGA Tour. Did Anna Rin. Now you see that slope that Park Hyun-kyung's got to deal with up and over that rise. Going to start moving to the right now. Ooh, not enough pace, so she's got a little left to right slider to save a par. So, chipping from the front edge of 8, Jihan Sol. That took a big first bounce, but it's going to settle up to within 2 feet for your tournament leader. Good look at birdie to come for Ryuhei Ran on the 9th to go out in 2 under par. Has that got the pace? Has that got the pace? Tentative stroke, especially with those uphill putts. Got to be aggressive when you're chasing. So she'll head to the 10th tee at 9 under par, but that 1 birdie on the scorecard. Not going to cut the mustard at this point. 6 shots back. This, though, to stay at 8 under and keep even an outside chance of contending this afternoon alive. So a 3-putt bogey for the KLPGA champion is going to send her out in 37. Back at 7 under par. 8 shots back. You feel that might be too much even for her. Anna Rin, though, very much in the mix. Left to righter. This to get to 14. It's a good positive stroke. It's going to hang on the left side of the hole. Min Song to make it 2 at the top once more. She knows what this putt does. Breaks from left to right. Oh no. A chance goes a begging at the 8th hole for a 25-year-old. She'll remain 1 back. Across to 11 and Park Min-ji. Coming out of the left rough. Trying to use some trajectory to stop it. That's a good shot. She'll be staring down yet another look at birdie. Up to the 9th. Kang Ye-lin. 1 over for her round today. 130 left. Like we've seen from Park Hyun-kyung, got to make sure you get it up to the top level. Oh, they should get a bit stuck there. Oh, is it going to stay? Is it going to stay? Oh, I'd run up and mark it if I were you, Ye-lin. It's right on the very crest of the hill. Down to the very left corner of the fairway, Chang Hana. Ball just slightly below her feet. Take off a yard or two, so she's got to fly it past Ye-lin's ball. She does that nicely. Smart shot there from Jang Hana. She'll be in the same spot that Ryu Hei Ran was in the group ahead. With a good look at birdie to come. Only 111 meters left for Jung Ji-min all the way down there, but she's gone in the opposite direction. 3 over par for her final round. She tugged that a smidge left. Yes, she has. It's going to carom off the slope and feed down to the hole. Okay. See if that birdie will settle her down. Birdie putt for Han Jin-seon. Saw a bit of her in our coverage yesterday afternoon. This to get her to 9 under par. To 9 under par, Jin-seon goes. It's a 5th of the day and a 4th in a row for Han Jin-seon. Who, like Ji Han-sul, started with a bogey at the second, but she's made a bunch of birdies since. But no change at the top. Ji Han-sul still 1 clear of Ha Min-song and 2 ahead of An Na-rin. Jang Hana has a birdie putt to come at the 9th to move her up to 11 under par. These players on the back 9 already. Park Min-ji, a look at birdie to come at the 11th, and Ryu Hei Ran just making the turn, 1 under for the day and 9 under par for the championship. But it's Ji Han-sul 1 clear at the top. That's just going to find the right edge of the fairway, I believe, on the 9th for your tournament leader. Ha Min-song. Bounced out of the first round of the Doosan match play last week. Plenty of time to get some rest and a little bit of practice in. But that one's going to find the left rough, and with that angle to the whole location today, that's not going to be easy to get close for Ha Min-song. Turned pro back in 2014. Did An Na-rin. Only earned a KLPGA Tour card at the end of the 2016 season on the Dream Tour. She's made a pretty good career so far since joining the big leagues. And that's a good shot there for An Na-rin on the 9th. Up ahead at the green. This for Kang Hee Lin to get back to where she started the day at 9 under. That's not going to stay up. Big moment for Zhang Hana. Gotta pop this one in, try and build some momentum. This for birdie. She's hit that with good positive pace. That one drops in for Zhang Hana. Goes out in 34. She's within 4 of the lead. Still looking for that first win of the year after a pair of runner-ups to start the 2021 season for Zhang Hana. No longer the #1 ranked Korean player on the KLPGA Tour. Park Min-ji's win at the NH Securities and Investments Championship supplanted her at the top. Now a tough hanging lie for Kim Hee-ji on the 12th out of the left-hand rough. But she's played a real peach of a shot. Giving herself a good chance to collect another birdie and move her up to double digits under par. Tournament leader. Right half of the fairway, right edge of the fairway, I should say, on the 9th. 122 left for Jihan Sol. Ball slightly above her feet. It's going to make it want to go left a touch, and there's a big slope that you carom the ball right if she tugs it too much. And is it going to come down? Is it going to come down? That's the slope I was talking about. And it's breaks like that that make you feel it could be the day of Jihan Sol. She's only going to have about a 2-footer for birdie to get to 16 under par, and this, if that stops there, that's a nasty, quick, impossible chip she leaves herself. But gravity and the slopes around these greens feed that one down close to the hole. A good break for Jihan Sol on the 9th. Not sure Anna Rin can see where that ball's ended up. She's going to play it out just to the left, try and get a good kick. Here it comes. Oh, that's a nice shot from Anna Rin. They've got it surrounded here on the 9th hole. But you see that slope that fed the ball of Anna Rin and Jihan Sol down close to the hole. That's going to be a bit of a problem for Ha Min Song coming out of the left rough. She works the ball left to right anyway. She's coming straight over that slope. Had to take it right at the flag with trajectory, trying to get it to stay on that correct level. Tough angle in, but that's a good shot. And And she'll be first to putt for a birdie on the 9th. But Jihan Sol, what a shot there. What a good break. Could be going to 16 under in just a bit. So these putts for the chasing pack need to go in. Kim Hee-ji, this to get to 10. Oh, just a little shove there. Shut the putter face going back. No chance of squaring it up on the way through. So Kim Hee-ji is going to stay at 9 under par. But Jihan Sol in a couple of minutes, about to get to 16 under par. Asserting her dominance at the top of the leaderboard here at the E1 Charity Open. Jihan Sol gonna just kick this one in first. So a birdie there at the 9th moves Jihan Sol up to 16 under par and outward half a 33. Great bounce back after that early bogey at the second. She's 2 shots clear at the top, looking for her first win since the season-ending ADT Caps Championship back in 2017. Min Song's last win back in 2015. The way that Jihan Sol's playing, the way that she's getting good breaks around this golf course. Be a tough person to catch. I've seen this putt a couple of times. It moves from right to left, but it's very slow moving back up the hill. Easy to leave these putts short, especially on a Sunday afternoon when you're in contention. Got to be positive, got to keep that putter head accelerating through the hitting zone. This for birdie. Good positive stroke. Not to be out of position with the tee shot. She'll only manage a par 4. And she'll head to the back 9, trailing by 2 shots. Min Song has a putt to get to that 14 under par mark to come. Shouldn't be too much movement in this. He has about 8 feet or so. She'll size that one up as we head to Song Ga-eun, the lady who leads the putting stats on the KLPGA Tour this year. Not going to find another one there, so it's been a bit of a rough day for Song Ga-eun. Couple over for her final round. She's at 7 under par for the championship. Oh. Anna Rin. For my money, I'd say this is a right edge putt with good pace. Don't want to let Jihan Sol get too far ahead of you. She does stand very upright. Her hands are very high as she goes to set up the putter. Sometimes does drag that heel off the ground a bit. It's very easy to push putts if you are quite upright. And something like that. Never really looked convincing over that one. So despite a very good second shot, Anna Rin's just going to go out in 2 under par. She'll start the back 9, 3 back of her playing partner. So I'm just going to go through that routine. Can't take anything for granted this game. Every shot has the same value. It could be this 1-foot putt. It could be a 250-yard drive. So some good playing on the front nine from this final group. Couple of 34s and a 33 from your tournament leader. Jihan Sol is 2 clear as she heads to the back nine. A back nine that we find Ryuhei Ran on her favourite hole. This for a birdie at 10. Not to be, but bit of a smile there. She's gotten worse on this hole every day. An eagle on day 1, a birdie yesterday, and just a par today for Ryuhei Ran. Only that one birdie coming back at the 6th. She's at 9 under par, and the chances are fading quickly for Ryuhei Ran. But it's Jihan Sol in firm command of this championship. 2 clear at the top after that birdie at the 9th. The final group heading to the inward half here at South Springs Country Club. So an outward half of 33 sees Jihan Sol extend her advantage at the top to 2 shots over Ha-Min Song. They're now on the 10th hole. Players looking for their first win in a couple of years. It's a 346-meter par 4, the 10th. Downhill tee shot. Playing slightly downwind today. How about that massive tee shot from Zhang Hana? 250 meters off the tee, just a little flick. 84-meter wedge left. For Hana. Flicks it in underneath the hole to 5 feet. Brilliant shot there from Zhang Hana. At 11 under par, she's 5 back. Needs to blitz this back nine to put pressure on Jihan Sol. Lee Jung-min here on 17. This for birdie. What a round she's putting together. 7 under par on the day. This to get to 8. Not going to drop. But at 10 under par for the championship, has an opportunity to post the clubhouse target. Just 1 hole left to play in her round, and look at that. 5 birdies and an eagle on her scorecard today, and blemish free. Back to the 10th tee. And your final group are on it. It's going to be Jihan Sol first to play. Last one back in 2017 at the ADT Caps Championship. That of her only win on the KLPGA Tour. Caddy seemed to like it. Why wouldn't she? Another fairway found. 9 holes to go for Jihan Sol. 2 shots is her advantage. Over this lady, Ha-Min Song. All 3 players in this group birdied this easy 10th hole yesterday. Does like to hit a little fade, does Ha-Min Song. And she'll cut that one up to the right half of the fairway. Only 3 events she's played this year on the KLPGA Tour. She's already made 96 million Korean won, which puts Anna Rin 12th on the money list. swing there. 3 balls in play, up the 10th for this final group. Time to keep energy levels up with a little banana. Bit of sugar, bit of potassium. It's a good snack out on a golf course. This would be a good snack for Jung Hana for back-to-back birdies. Move her up to 12 under par. Yeah, that's well holed for Jung Hana. Another one of those players is playing out in front of the leaders. There's an opportunity to post the target. She held the lead on the final hole at the Nexen St. Nine Masters before Park Min-ji posted the clubhouse target. But this is the lady that they're catching as far as Sunday scoring goes. Second shot from 89 meters to the home hole for Jung Min. Spin down. All right, she's going to have that putt for the 5th 64 of the week here at South Springs Golf Club. This is the lady that carded the first of the low rounds of the week. Ryuhei Ran, awfully close to that drainage cover, but it's not going to impede her golf swing, so she doesn't get relief from that. Third shot from 83 meters. Got a little bit of a jumpy flyer line. That's going to nestle up against the collar of rough at the back of the green. It's going to make things tricky for the 20-year-old. From a 20-year-old to a 21-year-old. Park Hyun Kyung. Left half of the fairway, slight downhill lie. 72 meters, just under a full wedge for her. Played in low with a bit of spin, something like that. Classy shot from Park Hyun Kyung. Hasn't been able to get much going so far this Sunday afternoon. Here is Song Ga-eun, another player that's been stuck in reverse this Sunday. Watch how she plays these long pitch shots with her body. It's all rotational, not flicky with the hands. Gets a lot of spin on it. A little bit too much spin, but it's a birdie putt to come for Song Ga-eun. Very impressed with this young player. Leads the Rookie of the Year standings, but this is the lady who leads the tournament. Ji Han-sol eyeing this one up. See that hole in the middle left section of the green. 15 on, just 10 from the left. 106 left for Ji Han-sol. Got to keep it underneath this whole location to leave yourself the best putt for birdie. Took a funny bounce, but it's pin high. It's going to have some movement from left to right in that putt, but it's another look at birdie for Ji Han-sol. Hasn't really put a foot wrong too often this week. Just 2 drop shots on her card. Anna Rin now. Does lead the tour in greens in regulation, averaging just over 80%. Chalk that one up. There's another one. Good shot from Anna Rin. She's going to need to hold some putts to apply some pressure, which has given herself good chances. Now Ha Min Song, aiming at the left edge of the TV tower. Just play a patented little butter fade. Steady, steady. Okay. She'll have an uphill look at birdie to come on this 10th hole. he did come fourth back at the E1 Charity Open way back in 2018. Now, up ahead to 12 and Jung Seul Gi. 91 meters left, uphill second shot. Okay, keeps that one underneath the hole. So this for a round of 64 at the 18th hole for Lee Jung-min. Just stays right of the cup. So not to be at the last for Lee Jung-min, but a very nice day's work. A blemish-free 65 for Lee Jung-min. Right now at 10 under par, that's going to leave her just inside the top 5. So a good week for Jung-min. Back to 10. Ha-min Song. This to cut her deficit in half for a birdie to get her up to 15 under par. Picked off a birdie yesterday. No such luck today on the 10th for Ha-min Song. Ryu Ran, you see that collar up against the back of a ball. You can belly this, or you can try and just stab down on it, make good contact. She's trying to stab down on it. Trying to let the contours feed this down to the hole. She's judged that very nicely. Good bit of touch from Ryu Ran. Bogey free on her day, but she's only picked up 2 birdies. This golf course, that's just not enough, especially with the form that Ji-Han Sol is in. She's got this for a 5th birdie of the day and to get to 17 under par. Oh, wasn't far off. So, just a par. She'll stay 2 clear. Good shot from Anna Rin. This to make it 2 players at 14 under par. Ooh. Again, she thought she had that one, but it just didn't look like a very convincing stroke. It almost looks like her head goes backwards as she putts, a bit like Lorena Ochoa's full swing, the great Mexican Hall of Famer. No wrong way to putt, though. So pars all round on the 10th for the final group. No change at the top. Song Ga-eun. This for a much needed birdie on the 11th. And as she does so often, that's her danger range right there. Rolls in a nice putt for birdie, first of the day. Gets her back to 8 under par. Playing some very nice golf this season is Song Ga-eun. With a good finish here, going to consolidate her lead at the top of the Rookie of the Year point standings. Park Hyun-kyung also an opportunity to get to 8 under after that fine wedge shot. And get to 8 under she does. A couple of birdies for Ga-eun and Park Hyun-kyung. See the pair of them move up to 8 under par, within 8 of the lead. And only 7 holes left to play. Now the tee box on the 13th has been moved up today, giving players a chance to attack this short par 4 if they so choose. Already seen one eagle today. What a tee shot there from this young lady. Lim Hee-jong vault herself up the leaderboard if she can pop in this 12-footer for an eagle. Oh, would you believe it? That was turning back into the cup and it just straightened out the last couple of feet. But it's the easiest of birdies for Lim Hee-jong, a 2-putt from about 12 feet for a third of the day. She'll move up to 8 under par, but what a tee shot she hit though. Pin high on a par 4. Fairly certain that Zhang Hana is going to give that green a crack, but she's back on the 11th right now with her third shot. 4 back, off the back of back-to-back birdies. 83 meters left for the 14-time winner. Got that one to stop on a dime, but far from her best from that range. Now Kang Ye-lin, yet to make a birdie today. But she's given herself a good look here at the par 5. Fine shot there from Kang Ye-lin. Back to the tee. And Ji Han-so.
Good shot.
Best finish at this event came last year when she came 33rd. Guarantee you she's doing better than that this week. And she splits another fairway on the 11th. She's been a pro for about 6.5 years now. Ji Han-so. This lady turned pro the year before Ji Han did. And like her, only has that one win. Min Song. The closest pursuer at the moment. Good smooth transition there for Anna Rin. Like her 2 playing partners, safely finds the short stuff. And the shortest of the par 5s, the 488-meter 11th. Good chance to have a look at the action of the 2-time KLPGA Tour winner. Nice wide takeaway, big shoulder turn. Look at how close that club face is at the top. Really has to rotate her lower body hard to get that club back into a square position. That's a great solid impact for Anna Rin. Club face pointing straight at the target. A nice balanced follow through. Very traditional textbook golf swing. Now we'll cross over to the 12th and Ryu Hei-ran, first to play in this group. Only has 97 meters left, averages about 10 feet from this range. So expect her to try to get this ball to dance around the flagstick. Dance around the flagstick it does. Superb shot from Hayran. Headed up to 11 under par at one stage yesterday afternoon before a late double bogey. Now, Songgalan, can she build some momentum off that first birdie of the day? Best finish of the year coming back at the next Sensate 9 Masters, where she finished 5th to Park Min-ji. Good shot for the 20-year-old. Only missed one cut on tour last year. The KLPGA Tour split her time between the Dream Tour and the KLPGA Tour. Now, of course, plays full-time on the KLPGA Tour with the likes of Park Hyun-kyung. Major championship winning Park Hyun-kyung. 90 meters left. And the three players in this group surrounding the hole on the 12th. 3 birdie opportunities to come. Here's one for 3 in a row for Zhang Hana to move her to 12 under. It's going to move a little left to right. It's a fairly flat putt. Needs to stay aggressive. Don't want to keep the foot on the gas. Good positive putt. It's going to be just a par for Zhang Hana. 4 back, 7 to play. Ji Hansel, shortest hitter in this group. So she's be playing first most of the day, and look at that. Just dead straight. Carving it right up the middle. And a long way down there, so that should just be a little flick of a wedge left for your tournament leader. Anna Rin. Gonna chase one down there just past the ball of Jihan Sol. You could throw a blanket over those 2 balls, so close together. Min Song would like to squeeze herself somewhere into that area as well. With a few par 5s here at South Springs that doesn't involve too much trouble with the layup. Generous area from inside 100 meters. She'll take that one up the right-hand side of the fairway. There's your final group. Make their way gently downhill to their 3rd shots. We go up to the green, and a birdie opportunity for Kang Yi Lin to open her account today. Oh, smashes that one through the break. A couple of chances missed for Kang Yi Lin and Zhang Hana on this par 5. So we go up to the 12th and Songga Eun. Just to get her back to level for the day and to 9 under par for the championship. Yeah, nicely holed putt there. As I mentioned, she leads the putting stats the KLPGA Tour, averages just about 28 putts per round. That usually is going to make you a fair amount of money. This is Ryu Hei-ran for a 2nd birdie of the day. Confidently hold for Ryu Hei-ran. Up to double digits under par she will go. 6 holes to play. hat-trick of birdies on this 12th. Park Hyun-kyung. Just a tentative stroke. Butterflies close through impact. Not to be back-to-back birdies for Park Hyun-kyung. Stays level on the day. Now we'll go across to the home hole and Oh-ji Hyun's third shot. Not much green to work with. Ball sitting down in the rough. Just trying to kill the speed in the rough. Let the slope bring that ball down to the hole. Good touch there from a tricky spot for O. She'll just go ahead and tap that one in. Playing alongside Park Ju-yeon today. Oh-ji Hyun cards a nice tidy 5 under par round of 67 to finish up her tournament at 8 under par. Good time to catch up with Kim Hee-ji. This for a birdie at the 14th. Ji-hee moves up to 11 under par off the back of her 6th birdie of the day. Final group now staring down their shots into the 11th. See the hole there just cut over that big mound you see right in front of Ha-min Song. "30 paces on, just 9 from the left." Okay. Wasn't the most aggressive shot, but it's pin high for Ha-min Song. It's all about trusting your numbers, trusting your caddy. Wonderful aerial shot of this dramatic 11th green. The characteristics of this Jim Fazio design: elevated greens, lots of different levels. But it's certainly going to reward players that control their distance as well and are good ball strikers. Ji Han-sol. About 65 meters with the slope here. Try to get lots of speed through that, get as much spin as you can on the ball. It's trying to work back, it's trying to work back. Okay, good shot there. She is in very stellar form today. Like so many Korean players, we don't see too much emotion out of her. Very even-keeled, very composed player. Anarin looking to replicate that shot, just 2 yards closer. Is that going to take the slope? No, it's not. Bit unlucky for Anarin. That ball didn't feed down a little bit closer to the hole, but she'll have a look at birdie on the 11th to come. Really is a picturesque golf course, South Springs. Jim Fazio designed. Best of all, it's public, so if you're in the Icheon area, come down and play. Lee Seung-yeon. Second shot on the way. And second shot in the hole for Lee Seung-yeon. What a 2 there at the 15th. Seems awfully calm about it, but she's up at 11 under par. Just within 5 shots of the lead. So courtesy of that hole-out eagle at the 15th, Lee Seung-yeon is within 5 shots of Ji Han-sol, who has about a 10-footer to come for birdie on the 11th hole. She's 2 clear at the top. Jung Hana having a good little laugh there with her long-time caddy, ready to play her second shot to the short 12. So Song Ga-eun and Ryu Hye-ran peppering the flagstick. The group ahead. 76 meters left for Hana. Spin control is key here. Don't want to be hitting this one too hard or with too much zip. Section of the green slopes from back to front. Let's do something like that. I think it's safe to give that one to her. Yeah, that's right, folks. She is that good. Lovely shot from Jung Hana. Now back to the par 5 11th and Ha Min Song's attempt at birdie. Left to righter. Needs to pick up some speed. Needs to pick up some speed. You can't do that, leaving it short in the jaws. It's just gone a little bit quiet for Ha Min Song. Still 2 under for her final round, but she's 2 shots back. She's just realised she's holed out for eagle on the 15th hole to get to 11 under par. Lee Seong-yeon. Brilliant stuff. Now, can Anna Rin find a long-range birdie putt at the 11? She's given herself some good chances, hasn't converted them. This to get to within 2. Oh, that one's going to go peeling off to the right for Anna Rin. So that means Jihan Sol has a chance to stretch the lead to 3 with this birdie putt on 11. Well, she wasn't trying to cozy it down there. It was a good aggressive attempt. It's always a positive sign. You're not trying to protect the lead. You're still trying to keep a foot on the gas and stretch it some more. Because when you've got the likes of this lady, Jung Hana, trying to pile some pressure on in the group ahead, every birdie helps. Lovely stuff there from Jung Hana. 3rd birdie in 4 holes sees her up to 13 under par. Within 3 shots of this lady who's got a bit of tidying up to do at the 11th. Yeah, well hold, confidently hold for Jihan Sol. She'll make her way to the 12th hole. Jung Hana's going to make her way to the short drivable 13th. A hole that we see Park Seo-jin on. He's moved up today, giving players a chance to attack. What a tee shot there for Park Seo-jin. To within 10 feet for an eagle. That'll move her back up to 7 under par. Always love a good drivable par 4 or short par 5. Make the players think. That was a great second shot for Kang Ye-lin. Into 12. Can she finally find one? Yes, she can. Pops that one in the middle of the cup for a first birdie of the day, and she goes up to 9 under par. Somewhere behind that big fan is Kim Ji-yeon on the home hole, bunkered. Not a ton of green to work with. She has got a little bit of an uphill lie. Stamp that through the fringe. Hit the flag. Okay. One way to stop it. Clatter it against the flagstick. Finds the bottom of the cup. At 65 for Kim Ji-yeon. Inward half for 31 and a nice way to end the tournament. Good stuff from Kim Ji-hyun. Back to 12T. The lady in control of the E1 Ladies Open, Ji-han Sol.
Good shot.
They're going to roll back round to the very left edge of the fairway, so another fairway hit. The tournament leader, caddy just confirming it.
82로 바꿔야겠다.
Now, Ha-min Song. She'll look to start this one at the left edge of the fairway. Ji-han Sol's ball would be the perfect start line. Just let that natural left to right ball flight shape it back into the short stuff. Started left and stayed left for Ha-min Song. She's going to have a tricky hanging lie for her second shot. Now, Anna Rin, less than driver here, just got to find the fairway. So she's got 3 wood out. One of her 9 birdies in a round yesterday came at this hole, but she's looking a touch concerned as that heads up the right half of the fairway. Just going to hang on. So fairway hit for Anna Rin and Ji-han Sol. Ha-min Song, he playing his second shot to the 12 out of the left rough. Now up ahead to 13, and Jung Seol-gi drove the front edge of this green. This for eagle. Up and over that rise. Should start to collect a bit of speed coming down to the hole here. It's on a very nice line. Great pace for Jung Seol-gi. If you're not making a 3 at the 13th today, you almost feel like you're giving up a shot to the field. Only playing 230, 35 meters. So she'll go ahead and tap that one in to move a shot closer to Ji-han Sol. Now after that terrific tee shot, Park Seo-jin. This for eagle. Right to left her. Slides in the right edge. It's another eagle at the 13th hole. It comes at a good time for Park Seo-jin. Moves her back to where she started the final round at 7 under par. Now back up to the 12th. And Anna Rin's second shot. Just 117 left. And hits that about 116. Great shot from Anna Rin, laying back off the tee with a 3 wood. Nice full shot in. Gives herself a great look to get to 14 under. Now she's found the left-hand side fairway bunker is Ha-min Song. Scurries out to have a look at that. It just skips through the green. And she's going to have quite a bit shoulder on the back left of the green to deal with her chip shot. So again, out of position off the tee, really costing Ha-min Song an opportunity to stay aggressive. That huge tee shot from Ji-han Sol all the way down the edge of the fairway. And really not much left. This is a real good opportunity for her to pick off another birdie and stretch that lead once more. You see the ball there on the green of Anna Rin. To land this 2-3 paces short of the hole, take one big hop and stop it with some spin. Something just like that. Couldn't draw it up any better for Ji-Han Sol. She continues to keep her foot on the gas. 2 shots clear, looking to go 3 clear in a moment if she can hold that putt. Looking very confident and comfortable at the top of the leaderboard. Park Hyun-kyung has reached the drivable 13th. 234 meters, slightly uphill. Trying to unload on that one. Gets a nice hot kick at the front of the green. Is it too hot a bounce? Settle down. There's a bit of a backstop which could help slow that one down, but she's just going to scuttle through. No. It's going to stay on the back edge of the green. So a good tee shot on the 13th for Park Hyun-kyung. She'll have a look at eagle in a couple of moments when she gets up to the putting surface. Now, Jeong Seul-gi. The first par 3 of this inward half. She's got a 7-iron from 143. And a fine shot indeed. So the chasing pack are doing their level best to keep Ji-Han Sol honest at the top. Ji-Han Sol showing no signs of slowing down. Ha-Min Song, though, been treading water since that quick start. Up and over that shoulder. Collecting speed as it gets down near the hole. Now it should start to break back to the right. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. Bit of cleaning up to do, but good weight on that putt for Ha-Min Song. Awkward lie for Song Ga-eun on the short 13th. Ball well below her feet. She's got a lot of green to work with. Can play this out to the left half and let it chase around to the hole, but those hanging lines out of the rough, so difficult to make good contact. She's hit 2 shots on a 335 meter par 4 and still hasn't found the putting surface. But this is to get to 17 under for Ji-Han Sol and stretch that lead even further. Oh, that was a bit shaky. You could tell with that body language, wasn't confident with the way that she started that one online. Still, it's a harmless par. Her advantage will remain at least 2 shots for now. Now, Ryu Hei-ran bunkered off the tee on 13. It's a long bunker shot. Good chance to have a look at her technique. Slight uphill lie. Playing with a fairly square club face. Looking about an inch behind. Accelerate that club head through the sand. Certainly didn't lack acceleration with that. This for Ha-Min Song's par. Inside left edge putt. Don't want to be giving this hole away. Yeah, well hold, bravely hold for Ha-Min Song. Dodges a bullet with that Ji-Han Sol miss. She'll stay 2 back as they make their way up to the short 13th. But this, a short putt to move Anarin from 13 under par up into a share of second with Ha-Min Song. She's had some good chances, and she finally picks one off. A birdie for Anarin on the 12th. She's now just 2 back. Up to that 13th, and the third shot for Song Ga-eun. Plenty of green to play with. A lot of different options. Play it low, play it medium, play it high. She's gone for the low option, the little running, chasing shot. And that was a bit clumsy from Song Ga-eun. Normally very good with her wedges. Very heavy-handed with that effort. Not firing on all cylinders is Song Ga-eun today. Now to 14, and Jeong Seul-gi to get to 12 under. Eagle look for Park Hyun Kyung from the back of 13 green. Playing partner struggling on this short hole. Oh, it's got good pace. And it had a very nice line. Good touch from Park Hyun Kyung. So an easy 2-putt birdie for the 4-time winner. Is going to see her move up to 9 under. Ryuhei run. Outside chance for a 3 to move her into a share of 5th. Oh, an outside chance is all she needs. That's a great putt for Ryuhei Ran. A birdie there on the 13th, coming hot off the heels of one at the 12th. She goes up into a share of 5th at 11 under par. But a birdie from Anna Rin on the 12th sees her join Ha Min Song at 14 under par, just 2 shots behind your overnight leader, Ji Han Sol. We said if you don't make a 3 at the 13th, it's like you're giving up a shot to the field. Imagine what a bogey's going to feel like. Song Ga-eun, can she escape with a par here? No, she can't. So the diminutive 20-year-old is going to have a very expensive bogey on the 13th. That'll slide her back to 8 under par. Now, Park Min-ji didn't birdie 13, parred 14. This, a 25-footer for a 3 at the 15th to get her up to 10 under. Wouldn't you know it, Park Min-ji, better late than never, picks up another birdie there at the 15th, a 5th of her Sunday. She goes up to 10 under par and into a share of 9th. A case of what if. Now, Jang Hana, driver might be too much club, so got out 3 wood here. Try to hit a low chasing draw. One hand off the club. Oh, just squeezed it a hair right. Finds that bunker that Ryuhei Ran was in earlier. Got that club just a hair stuck. Still, Hei-ran managed a birdie from the sand at the front. So Jang Hana is more than capable of a similar result. It's a big day for Kang Ye-lin. As mentioned at the top of the show, she's lost her card twice in her KLPGA Tour career. The end of the 2015 season and the end of the 2017 season as well. Won an event of the Dream Tour last year that got her playing rights back. After that birdie back at 12, she's back to level on the day at 9 under par, which right now sits just outside the top 10. Looks a bit concerned. She tugged that up the left. Catches the cart path. Alright, gets a good kick. It should finish up the right side of the cart path, so a much easier shot than the one that Song Ga-eun had in the group in front. Not the end of the world. She'll have a lot of green to play with her second shot. And now the final player in this penultimate group, Jung Ji-min. Having a rotten Sunday, 3 over through her first dozen holes. See if she can finish strong in the inward stretch. Got some recoil off that tee shot. Up quickly with the tee. Oh, unfortunate. Takes a very soft bounce in the front fringe. So finds the front edge of the green, but she'll have, look at that, about a 75-footer from the front edge for an eagle. Up to 14 in Ryuhei Run. Already seen 2 hole-in-ones this week. What are the chances we see a third? 7-9, launching it up in the air for Heiran.
오케이, 자.
Oh, what a shot. That's the advantage of power right there. Send it straight up in the air and land it like a butterfly with sore feet. Great tee shot from Heiran. She'll have a look at birdie to get her inside the top 5, but it's Jihan Sol, 2 shots clear at the top over the pair at 14 under par. She's in control and command of the 9th edition of this E1 Charity Open. Good to have your company this Sunday afternoon from Icheon, South Korea. So she's taken relief from the cart path. Kang Yi-lin's second shot underway from 44 meters to the 13th. Oh, gosh, pop that one up for the top of the club face. And that's a really poor shot from short range from Kang Yi-lin. Up ahead to the 14th. And lady who drove the 13th green, Park Hyun-kyung, this for another birdie. To get her up to 10 under par. She's birdied this hole every single day. It's not to be 3 in a row for Park Hyun-kyung. Now bunkered is Jang Hana on the 13th. Gotta make a 3 here. Ooh, settle, settle. Okay. So scuttling about 18 feet past the hole. She'll have that for a birdie. She's doing everything she can to apply pressure. As is this lady, Ryuhei Run. It's a wonderful tee shot on the 14th. This left for a birdie to move her inside the top 5 at 12 under. A great putt. A great 2 for Ryuhei Run. Starting to find a bit of form on this inward half. 3 straight birdies. See the 20-year-old within 4 shots of the lead. The leaders, of course, waiting back on this short, drivable 13th tee. Because the group ahead, that includes Jung Ji-min, are still on the putting surface. This a long putt for eagle for Jung Ji-min, who's judged that very nicely. 3 over par on her round today. She'll have that to get back to 2 over for the day and up to 7 under once again for the tournament. Song Ga-eun. Hoping to clean things up and avoid back-to-back drop shots. This for par at 14. Yeah, good solid stroke for Song Ga-eun. 1 over for her final round. She slides all the way back down to a share of 16th place at 8 under par. Park Hyun-kyung, 1 shot better at 9 under, this for her par. Okay, creeps that one in on the left edge, stays at 9. After that very poor pitch shot, Kang Yi-lin with a lengthy putt for birdie. Just coming over this little rise in the front third of the green. Ball should pick up some pace in the second stage of the putt. Oh, that one goes racing by a good 8 feet. Making hard work of the short 13th is Kang Yi-lin. Across to 15 and Jong Seul-gi. This little left to righter over the spine for a birdie. And not to be at 15 for Seul-gi. A big moment for Jung Hana once again. Needs to pick off a 3 here. Continue to apply the pressure. This to move into a share of second. Is that high enough? Is that hard enough? It's neither. So Jung Hana doesn't birdie the short 13th. She'll stay at 13 under, 3 back. With the leaders still back on the tee. Shake of the head, she knows that could be costly. Okay, Kang Yi-lin somehow escapes the 13th with a par. Will manage a wry smile of relief. Remains at 9 under for the championship. Back to 15. Similar equation here. A little bit of left to right movement up over the hill for Park Chae-yoon. And that'll move her up the leaderboard. A nice birdie there for Park Chae-yoon. 2 under on her day, up to 9 under par and inside the top 15. Here's the lady at the very top of the money list this year, Park Min-ji. Second shot, third shot to the par 5 16th underway. For some reason doesn't seem pleased, but she's going to be very pleased when she gets up there. It's only about 1.5 feet away. Now for that 2-putt birdie for Jung Ji-min. Okay, well holed. First birdie of the day comes at the 13th for Jung Ji-min. Up to 7 under par and a share of 22nd place. Been a bit of weight back on the 13th tee for your leaders, but a good chance to show you what this drivable par 4 looks like. Tee box moved up today. Only 234 meters from that forward tee. All these bunkers and penalty areas don't come into play for these ladies, who should average around 215 to 230 meters off the tee. They'll be looking to fly just over that left trap you see on your screen right now. The front portion of the green quite firm. I see a lot of balls kicking very hard, bouncing onto the putting surface. Then you get up to where this hole is cut today. 30 paces on and 14 from the left. Just 210 to fly it on the front edge, well within the range of Anna Rin, who finds herself in a share of second place with Ha Min Song. Anna Rin with the honor. Tried to carve a little fade up there. It's just going to roll down the cart path, and where's that going to finish up? So she'll be dropping further away from the hole in the shade of that tree. Not going to be an easy leave for Anna Rin. She's the shortest hitter in this group, but I think she still has the firepower to get to within a couple of yards, or land this ball a couple of yards short of the green. She gets a good kick, could go scuttling on. Tournament leader Ji Han Sol, one hand off the club. doesn't like it. Oh, and takes a big bounce off the cart path. And that's going to chase to the back area. Okay, so that's a good break, I want to say. Could have been a lot worse. Hitting the cart path, and she's left herself a fairly simple chip shot with a lot of green to play with. So continues to get good breaks. Ji Han Sol, that lead is 2 over Anna Rin and this lady, Ha Min Song. Try to hit a high cut, land this on the front of the green, let it chase up to the hole that's 30 on. Oh, is that leaking? A little bit too far to the right. Oh no, it's not. Just catches the front edge. Not going to make it to the middle section, but on the green is Ha Min Song with a 45-footer to come for an eagle 2 on the short 13th. It was about almost a 15-minute wait back on this tee for this final group. It's part and parcel of being in contention on the KLPGA Tour and any professional tour around the world. Let's have a look at how the field has played this hole today. 5 eagles on the short 13th today. Only 2 bogeys, one of them coming from Song Ga-eun, but a bunch of birdies. And like I mentioned, if you don't pick up a birdie here at 13, you really feel like you're giving up a shot to the field. It's the easiest hole on the golf course this Sunday afternoon at the E1 Charity Open. Currently sits 5th on the money list this year with 154 million Korean won earned. Ji Han Sol. 800 million Korean won prize purse this week at the 54-hole 9th edition of the E1 Ladies Charity Open. 144 million Korean won to the winner. There you see the ball of Anna Rin just on the left side of the cart path. So she'll be able to get relief from that, but she'll have to drop it, to the nearest point, which would be towards the shadows there. You can't go nearer the hole, and you have to drop it on the side of the cart path that you are closer to. Not sure if Ji Han Sol knows that her ball has finished up or past pin high at the back section of the green. She's just worked out that's the ball of Anna Rin. Caddy confirms. Hit the cart path, got an extra 20 yards out of it. She's got a much easier shot than the one that faces her playing partner and one of her nearest challengers, Anna Rin. Ha Min Song, though, being shaded by her caddy as she makes her way up to the green. Only player to find the green in this final group. She's going to have a putt for eagle to come. Like so many good players do. Ji Han Sol walking all the way up to the green to survey the situation. So important to visualize not only the shot you want to play, but the way that the ball's going to react when it hits the ground, when it hits the green. Some players prefer to think in shapes. Some people like to think in bounces. Where's the ball going to land? Where's the first bounce going to be? The second bounce, and how is it going to go down to the hole from there? Anna Rin going to get her relief first from the cart path. Nearest point of relief, then she gets that one club length from there, then a sort of semicircle. Knee-high drop. Okay, ball's in play, but it looks like it's just nestled down a bit. There's quite a bit of bare ground left of the cart path there, so it's going to make contact with this pitch shot supremely important for Anna Rin. As I mentioned, 2-time winner on tour last year, finished 4th on the money list with 603 million Korean won in the bank. ball looks to be sitting up a little bit better than we initially thought. So she too going to survey the situation. Looks like she's confident enough to fly it all the way up to, I want to say, 15, 20 feet past the fringe. Everything will kick downhill for her once she gets on the green. You see that shoulder that her caddy's on right now? That's going to be key. She'll need to carry it past the downslope of that shoulder into a flatter spot. And then the ball should start to bank from right to left. But if she doesn't carry it far enough, or she's not positive enough with this pitch shot, or she doesn't make good enough contact and it hits the downslope of that dark coloured grass shoulder, it's going to send the ball kicking very hard and with too much speed. She's going to have to play this one, let's say, a medium-high-ish shot. You see her rehearsing that there. Good way to regulate your trajectory with your pitch shots is, you know, how high is your follow-through. You're trying to play a low stabby shot, you're just trying to abbreviate your follow-through. She opening up the club face, looking like she's visualizing playing for a high soft shot here. Got plenty of acceleration. Oh, and unfortunately lands it on the wrong side of that slope. Don't think she carried it far enough, and it doesn't take the ridge to the left, it stays right. So a long putt for birdie to come for Anna Rin. A much simpler shot you can see for your leader, Jihan Sol. That ball sitting decent in the left-hand rough. She can almost afford to go between these two mounds at the back of the green, the one that Anna Rin standing on and the one to the left of Jihan Sol. So almost like she's chipping through a chute. Carry this about 4 or 5 feet past the fringe. Let it run out. Oh, that went sideways in a hurry. Still, it's a putt for birdie to come for Jihan Sol. See there. Kick straight right off that second mound and ended up going further right than it did towards the hole. But still, she's too clear. She's not going to be too bothered by that. But this is an opportunity for Ha-Min Song to tie the lead. Eagle putt from the front portion of the 13th green. We know it's speedy when it gets over that slope. That's a well-judged putt for Ha-Min Song. Still got a 3-footer, but that'll be for a birdie to move her to 15 under par. It will be Anna Rin next to putt when we get back to the 13th hole. But up ahead at the 14th, Zhang Hana didn't birdie 13. She's going to need to find some magic over these closing 5 holes. She's got 7 iron. And a very good shot indeed to the 14th. Birdie putt to come for the prolific winner. Well, she wasn't pleased with that shot. We're not sure why. Park Min-ji has this for birdie to move her up to 11 under par. Park Min-ji, how about that? 6 birdies on her day. Up at 11 under par and inside the top 10. So, Anna Rin will have first crack for birdie in this final group at the 13th. It's a tricky one to judge. She's standing on that first slope, that first shoulder on the left side of the green. So it's going to make it feel like the ball wants to peel away from left to right. But as she gets closer to the hole, it should straighten up considerably. Tough putt to read, this one. There's a defensive stroke from Hannah Rin. She's not going to find a birdie at 13. Jian Sol knows that Min Song's got a pretty short birdie putt to come, so in her mind this is to keep the advantage at 2. This for birdie to move her up to 17 under par. Never was going to break that much, so no birdie at 13 for Anna Rin, no birdie at 13 for Jihan Sol. The 2-shot lead could be halved in about 30 seconds. Min Song with this 3.5-footer to move her up to 15 under par. Good 2-putt from the front of the green for Min Song. That is a birdie. That moves her within 1 shot of the lead once again. And we find Ryu Hei Ran on 15 on the back left edge of the green. Putting through that darker coloured grass, that dark shade of grass indicating she's going up against the green. And once again, Ryu Hei Ran going to come up short. So not to be 3 birdies in a row for Hei Ran. But this for Zhang Hana to move within 2. So that birdie on 14 moves Zhang Hana to 5 under for her day and within 2 shots of the lead with 4 holes to play. It is certainly getting tight at the top. Anna Rin to stay at 14 under par. Yep. Nicely holed. So many players still in with a chance. Park Hyun Kyung. Don't think she's going to be one of them. This, however, on the 15th hole for a birdie to get her up to 10 under. Still a lot of prize money to play for this week. And it really has been that kind of week for Park Hyun Kyung on the greens. Great shot. Can't convert. So a par for Jihan Sol on the drivable 13th means her lead has been cut to 1 over Min Song with 5 holes to play here at the 9th edition of the E1 Charity Open. Good birdie from Zhang Hana on the par 3 sees her within 2 shots, but it's still Jihan Sol clinging to that narrow 1-shot lead at the top of the leaderboard. So fresh off a birdie at 13, Min Song on the 14th with a 7-iron. Seen a couple of players peppering the flag already today, but she was fighting that, leaking it out to the right, and she's short-sided herself in that bunker. It was a really poor swing from Min Song on the 14th tee. Got her work cut out for her. to scramble and try and save a par. Move up ahead to Lee Seong-yeon, already holed out. Back on 15 for an eagle. She's 6 under for her round. This on the home hole from 72 meters. Couldn't possibly do it again, could she? Oh, it was a fine shot. That left for a round of 65. And that'll post a 13 under par target in the clubhouse. Back on 15 and Jang Hana. Good solid swing from Hana. Splits the fairway on the 15th. So Ha-min Song bunkered on 14. And a rig next to play. 143. And hole today cut 25 on, just 6 from the right. Very close to that right-hand trap. 7 iron for Anna. And another fine iron shot from the lady who leads the tour in greens in regulation. She'll have a look at birdie to come. They're not making it easy for Ji-Han Sol. Took a one-shot lead into this final round at 13 under par. She's played some very solid golf despite a shaky start with a bogey at the second. Currently leads by 1. She's played the par 3s very nicely this week. 4 under on the short holes. Imagine this would be a 7-iron as well for her. Don't need to be taking this at the flag. 10 feet left would be perfectly alright. She's got an 8-iron out, so she's definitely going to be aiming left of the flag here. Ooh, is that out to the right? Oh, it gets a great kick off the downslope, and it's going to release on. Another great break for Ji-Han Sol. Manages a smile. How long can she cheat this golf course with good breaks like that? Fantastic bounce. She'll have a birdie putt to come on the 14th. Look at that. She thought it was in trouble, but a little fist pump, a smile of relief. Kamsahamnida. Thank you in Korean. She'll be saying that a lot to this golf course if she manages to lift this trophy in about an hour's time. But up at the home hole, Lee Seong-yeon for a round of 65 to post 13 under par in the clubhouse. Yeah, slides that one in the left edge. Great round of golf. Beautiful inward half of 30 for Lee Seong-yeon. Highlighted by that hole out for eagle at 15. She's posted 13 under par as the new clubhouse target. Wonderful round of golf from Lee Seong-yeon, currently in sole possession of 5th place. But it's Ji-Han Sol, one clear at the top with a putt for birdie to come. Ha-min Song bunkered on the downhill par 3. The closing stages of this 9th edition of the E1 Charity Open. So the good news for Ha-min Song is that that ball did not end up in the deep bunker up the right of 14, but she's got a thick lie in this cabbagey rough. Not a lot of green to play with. That's what happens when you get a little bit too aggressive on the 14th. So just as quickly as she moved up to 15 under par, if that one doesn't go in, she's right back to 14 once again. And with Ji-Han Sol looking at a birdie putt on the same green, could this be a pivotal moment? And this year's E1 Charity Open. Zhang Hana has a putt for birdie on the 15th to get her up to 15 under par and within one. Will she hit that hard enough? Has she hit that hard enough? It's just run out of pace again for Zhang Hana. It's an exasperated sigh from Hana. 2 back, 3 to play. Now back to 14. This for par. Min Song, after that really good birdie back at the 13th, going to give it straight back with a drop shot at the par 3. So she was within 1 at the start of the hole. She could find herself 3 back if this one goes in for Jihan Sol. A little left to righter. This for birdie to get her up to 17 under par. Hurry, hurry. Yes, ma'am. Jihan Sol with a crucial birdie, a 5th of the day coming on the 14th hole. Stretches the lead to 3 shots over the chasing pack at 14 under par. Are we looking at this year's E1 Charity Open champion? Still got 4 holes to play, but she's in great position. Now Anna Rin to go to 15 under par and close the gap to 2. Oh, she's done it. Beautifully holed putt for Anna Rin after that spectacular tee shot. She's at 4 under for her final round. She's within 2. Desperately clawing, scratching away at the lead of Jihan Sol, which remains at 2. But it's going to be 3 over Min Song and Zhang Hana at 14 under par. Bogey 4 at the par 3 could be expensive for Min Song. She slides 3 back. Up ahead to the 18th. Kim Hee-ji for a closing birdie to match the target of Lee Seong-yeon's 13 under par in the clubhouse. Just running out of pace. But a nice week. A closing 66 for Kim Hee-ji is going to see her currently in a share of 6th inside the top 10. Look at that, 7 birdies in her round today. It's a good Sunday for the 23-year-old. Now playing alongside her is Lim Hee-jong. This for a closing birdie and a round of 69. She does it, 3 straight rounds of 69. Lim Hee-jong, birdie at the last. We'll see her up at 9 under par and just outside the top 10 in a share of 13th place. Ryu Hei-ran at a share of the first round lead. It's her 3rd shot to the par 5 16th, currently at 12 under par. Settle okay. Leaves herself a 10-footer for a birdie. At 64 on the opening day. The best round of the year by 4 shots. Now, the new closest pursuer to Jihan Sol, Anna Rin on the 15th tee.
Shot. Shot. Shot.
Jihan Sol picks up that tee quickly, finds another fairway. leads by 2. The chasing pack running out of holes. And much better swing from Ha-Min Song there. They're side by side in the 15th fairway, but Jihan So is the one with her nose out in front. 2 shots ahead of Amna Rin on the right-hand side of your screen. The closing stages of what has been a fantastic week here at the South Springs Golf Club. It was a poor start to the week for Park Min-ji, but she's really shown her class. Tough bunker shot here, 68 meters on the last hole. And that is a superb shot from the lady at the top of the rankings and the money list this year. Park Min-ji opened with a 73, but she's played some sparkling golf since. Currently sits just inside the top 10 at 11 under par. But it's Jihan So, 2 shots ahead of Anna Rin. A pair of them and Ha-Min Song all safely down the 15th fairway. Jihan So in firm control of the 9th edition of the E1 Charity Open. Tournament leader Ji-Han Sol, second shot to the uphill 15th. All cut 30 paces on today, all the way in the back section of the green. Oh, and that's a beautiful shot for Ji-Han Sol. It's hard to catch a leader when they're playing as solid as she is. This is the lady who is the closest to Ji-Han Sol on the leaderboard right now, Anna Rin. 64, matching her 69 from day one. Yesterday, really playing her way into contention. 129 left, trying to hit a little gentle fade, get it to chase up. Stay. Oh, another foot and that would have been fine, but it's just going to finish up on the lower tier, making that putt a little bit more tricky for Anna Rin. Looking for her third title in the KLPGA Tour. 2 times a winner last year. Ha-Min Song's last win coming back in 2015. 129 left for the 25-year-old. Is that one going to stay up? Okay. Not a great look at birdie, but a look at birdie to come nonetheless for Ha-Min Song. Up we go to find Park Hyun Kyung. And this birdie effort on the par 5 16th. From long range, not going to find the bottom of the cup. Up at the 18th, and Park Min-ji. Not going to be 3 wins in a row for her. This is for a closing birdie. Oh, just stays on the right edge. It's going to be a case of what if for Park Min-ji this week. That poor opening round of 73 really put her behind the 8 ball to start. But 6 birdies in a round of 67 to finish things off for this year's Order of Merit leader, number 1 ranked player in Korea. And another top 10 going to add to that 486 million Korean won that she's already earned this season. Good week for Park Min-ji, and this would be a very welcome week for Ryuhei Ran, especially if this putt goes in to get it a 13 under par. Nicely holed there. Twice a winner, both coming at the Jeju Samdasu Masters, a 5th birdie of the day for Ryuhei Ran. 2 miscuts this season, first 2 in her career. But a nice putt there. Birdie at 16, moving her up into a share of 5th with Lee Seong-yeon. Not going to be her week, but she's going to be very encouraged by the signs that her game is starting to round back into some form. Ha-Min Song on 15 for a birdie from the lower middle level of this green. Giving that a good wrap. Wraps that against the flagstick. Keeps her title hopes alive. That lone bogey on the scorecard on 14, sandwiched by birdies at 13 and 15. So we have another look at Ha-Min Song getting back to 15 under par. Not easy to judge the speed on this one. Slams that against the flagstick. She goes within 2 again. What Anna Rin would give for a putt like that to drop right now. She's already at 15 under par. This to get to 16 and move within 1. Once again. Given that plenty of pace. Oh, just shaves the left edge of the cup. So with that, it's going to be 2 players at 15 under par within 2 of Ji-Han Sol. Up to the 3rd shot on the 16th for Kang Ye-lin. Level par for the day, 107 left. And a fine shot for Kang Ye Lin. Just inside the top 15 right now. A couple of birdies to close, going to go a long way to helping her keep her playing rights for next season. Now Zhang Hana, not so precise with the layup, coming out of the left rough in a heavy lie. Just 70 meters left though. Just playing for a bit of chase on that ball, and it stopped a lot quicker than she thought. Zhang Hana running out of holes. Ji Han-sul could slam the door on a couple of more chases if she can roll this one in for a birdie to get to 18 under par and move 3 shots clear. Three shots clear goes Ji Han-sul. Another birdie for her. 18 under par. 3 holes to play. She's looking unflappable at the top of the leaderboard. Is the 25-year-old former winner on the KLPGA Tour. Tournament record here, 20 under par for a 3-round event. She's at 18 under with 3 holes to play, but she'll just be happy with lifting the silverware. Anna in this 4-footer to tidy things up, which she does. So the equation's simple. Anna in 3 shots behind this lady with only 3 holes to play. Ji Han-sul closing in on a second KLPGA Tour victory. Had a couple of close finishes, I mentioned. 3rd at the Doosan Match Play last week. 2nd at the Yeoncheon Honey Open, and a 5th place finish at the Nixon St. 9 Masters. Guaranteed to improve on that scoring average of 72.1 with her performance this week. Now to the picturesque 17th and Ryuhei run. 2 hole-in-ones already this week. Ryuhei run with a 6-iron to this visually intimidating island green. That's a spectacular shot from Ryuhei Ran. Turned pro back in 2019. Didn't miss a cut in the first 2 years on tour. Played 10 events in 2019, made the cut in every single one. Went 17 for 17 last year. Missed the cut in the 2nd event of the 2021 season. All good things must come to an end. A top 10 finish last week at Doosan. A good week this week. Starting to find some game again. Park Hyun Kyung now. 1 club more with a 5-iron. He's got that start on a very nice line. That's a fine result for the 2-time KLPGA champion. Remember that Ji Han-sul birdie back on the 15th. This a must-make to keep the title hopes of Zhang Hana alive. For birdie on the par 5 16th. Has she hit it? Has she hit it? She certainly has. Catches the left edge. Drops into the cup for a 6th birdie of the day. Zhang Hana, the tenacious fighter, not giving up. Just 2 holes left to play. But this is the lady in firm control of the championship right now, Ji Han-sul.
Good shot.
Teeing it up on the right-hand side of the tee box, just trying to play a little cut down the left-hand side, which she does to perfection. Continues to put 1 foot in front of the other, keeping the golf course in front of her. Looking for win number 2 is Ji Han-sul. 3 clear at the top. Min Song. Got a 64 yesterday. Only one drop shot today. This her tee ball on the 16th.
샷. 샷.
The smooth tempo of Anna Rin sees her hit another fairway on this par 5. No player's going to get home in 2 today, so it's all about keeping the ball in position. The final group, 2.5 holes to play. Ji-Han Sol, 3 shots clear at the top. Zhang Hana, off the back of a 6th birdie of the day, could be a little, too late for the prolific winner. Still, anything can happen. We've seen stranger things happen out here on the KLPGA Tour. But it's Ji-Han Sol, 3 shots to the good in this final round of the 2021 E1 Charity Open. Layup on the way for Anna Rin on the 16th. Settle down, settle down. Okay, that's just going to hang on the very far end of the par 5 fairway. Ji Hansel. Be looking at our TV tower just right of the green here. Grouping well down on this 3-wood. Made a lovely aggressive pass through the ball. And side by side, Anna Rin once again is Ji Hansel, inching her way closer to title number 2. Min Son, a long iron left to lay up. Likes to work it left to right. Ooh, she got stuck on that again. Oh, it's just going to find the right half of the fairway. Doesn't look convincing with a couple of swings today, leaking it out to the right. Hasn't been in contention for a while. Ah, there's this lady, Ryu Hei Ran. Runner-up here last year. This for a birdie on the par 3 17th. After a sparkling tee shot. Get there, get there. Once again coming up just shy with the putter. Share of 5th place right now is Ryu Hei Ran, but 5 under par and bogey free so far this Sunday. See the low 72 hole mark. The only time it was played in a 72 hole tournament when Lee So Young emerged victorious last year. Zhang Hana made her way to the signature par 3 17th. 6 iron out for Hana, trying to hold up a little cut. Does it very nicely. Unlucky that that took a big first kick. It's just going to release onto the back edge, but it's a fine shot from Zhang Hana. Continues to be in contention almost every time she tees it up on the KLPGA Tour. Such a wonderful, consistent player and a wonderful talent. Lin, 1 under for her round. Just inside the top 15, and ooh, it's got to hurry. It's got to hurry. Hurry it did. It's going to roll up to pin high. Good tee shot for Kang Ye Lin on 17. Just inside the top 10 now, up at the home hole, and Jung Seul Gi. This to save a par at the last. Oh, just finishes up behind the hole. So a late bogey from Jung Seul Gi in a round of 69. Leave her in a share of 9th spot. First bogey of the day coming at the last hole for Jung Seul Gi. But it looks like she's cruising for yet another top 10 performance. Min Son, after that clanky layup, has 118 left to this elevated green. Takes a big first skip, trying to work back round to the hole. Okay. 18-footer to come for a birdie. She and Anna Rin and Zhang Hana, the closest pursuers to Ji Hansel's 18 under par target. But Ji Hansel really hasn't given the chasing pack too much hope with the way that she's played. Getting an A1 position here. The flag just at the very right edge of the TV tower. No danger. It's a green light pin. She can pretty much afford to go straight at it. One more birdie could pretty much shut the door on the chasing pack. Third shot to the 16th from 68. Beautiful shot for Ji Hansol. Leads by 3. Will have a putt to get to 19 under par. Anna Rin from what looked like 6 inches closer than Ji Hansol. Got to be aggressive. Beautiful technique. Nipped that so cleanly. Able to get a ton of spin on it, but she's going to be showing your tournament leader the line. Up at the penultimate hole, Zhang Hana is for another birdie to move her into solo second at 16 under par. We saw Ryu Hei-ran leave it short. Hana Zhang's going to leave it on the left side. No birdie at 17 for Zhang Hana. Remains in a share of second place. Already 2 runner-up finishes this season. Quarterfinal loss last week at the Doosan match play. Up at the 18th hole, Park Hyun Kyung, already a winner, successfully defended her KLPGA championship earlier this year. And hits a very nice shot into the last, using the slope beautifully. It'll be for a birdie and to get her inside the top 10. Ha-Min Song for a birdie at 16. To close to within 2 once again. Oh, it's a couple of good birdies at 15 and 16 for Ha-Min Song. She will rue that drop shot at the par 3 14th, but she goes into solo second at 16 under par. 2 shots back of Ji Hansol, who still has a birdie putt to come. She'll be paying close attention to this putt, Anna Rin, to match the effort of her playing partner and get to 16 under herself. Oh, wow. Gave that the early walk, but the ball remains above ground. Doesn't match Ha-Min Song. So she remains at 15 under par, and tournament leader there, Ji Hansol, got a good look at that putt. She knows it moves quite a bit at the start, but does it really continue to turn when it gets to the hole? And the way that she's been rolling the rock, you feel that this is every chance to find the bottom of the cup and move her up to 19 under par, within touching distance of that 20 under par 54-hole tournament scoring record. This for birdie to move Ji Hansol to 19 under par and 3 clear once again. Left off the putter. Anna Rin burns the right edge. Ji Hansol just falls away on the low side. Still, that's a harmless 2 putt. Her lead's going to be 2 with just 2 holes to play. Up to the 18th and Ryu Hei-ran trying to break out of that tie for 5th at 13 under par. Just sawed off little half wedge left for Ryu Hei-ran, and that's a very tidy golf shot. She'll have 8 feet to finish off the week at 14 under par. As your final group, we have reached the picturesque 17th hole. It's Ha-Min Song first to play. 2 shots back, 2 holes to play. Is there still a little drama and excitement left in this championship? There's a slope there that could feed the ball down. We saw Park Hyun-kyung use it. Not quite going to feed down all the way, but still that's a solid shot. It's going to keep the pressure on Ji Han-sol. Give us something to think about. It's been great scoring this week from these ladies at South Springs. Wonderful public course, 45 minutes southwest of Seoul. The Gyeonggi province, the city of Incheon, not to be confused with Incheon. This 8th event of the 2021 KLPGA Tour season. Ji Han-sol in firm control, birdied this hole every day she's played it. She's got 6 iron. And she's got it started on a tremendous line. What a shot there from Ji Han-sol. Is that the final nail in the coffin for the chasing pack? A stellar shot to 8 feet for Ji Han-sol. She leads by 2. She's got a birdie putt to come on 17. Is that 4-year winless drought going to come to an end here at South Springs? Anna Rin, last to play. 3 back. She's got 6 iron from 159. Starts left, the old double cross. Going to stay left, and it's going to finish on the wrong side of that shoulder. So she'll have a pretty tricky second shot to come. A lot of break left in that. Final group make their way down to the 17th green, the Island Green signature hole here at South Springs. Ji Han-sol in a chatty and buoyant mood. Why wouldn't you be? 2 shots clear. In a week that started with thunderstorms and lightning, we've been bathed in glorious sunshine this Sunday. No one's enjoying it more than the lady at 18 under par. Ji Han-sol 2 clear at the top. Safely on the 17th green, looking for win number 2 on the KLPGA Tour. Choosing to putt this one is Anna Rin. She's got a lot of fringe to get through. There's a lot of left to right movement in the first 8-10 feet of this putt. Good look at it right there. It's going to spend a lot of time bobbling in that fringe and then hang a hard right when it gets on the green, right about there. A beautiful touch from Anna Rin from a tricky spot on 17. But it looks like, barring a Jihan Sol meltdown on the last, it's not going to be the week of Anna Rin. Still, what a year she's putting together so far. Sunga not much to cheer about today. This, though, for a closing birdie to end at 7 under par. So, unfortunately, goes sliding down the leaderboard on Sunday with a 75. But she'll maintain her standings at the top of the Rookie of the Year points race. Ryuhei Ran, this for a closing birdie to grab solo 5th by herself. Wonderful stuff from Ryuhei Ran. 64, 72, 66 to finish. A top 5 finish. Best of the year for Ryuhei Ran. Good to see her coming into some form. Now Park Hyun Kyung for a closing birdie to finish up her week at 10 under par. Yes, ma'am. Slides that in the left edge. 4-time winner. A round of 2 under par 70 today. A good closing 9 of 33. She finishes up inside the top 10. Now, Min Song to apply any sort of pressure. This simply has to go. This for a birdie to cut the lead to 1. One roll shy for Ha-Min Song. Jihan Sol going to breathe a sigh of relief. Her closest challenger can make no further progress on the penultimate hole. Ha-Min Song remains 2 back for the moment, but Jihan Sol with a very good look at birdie to come. That would put her 3 shots clear with just 1 hole to play. Anna Rin going to tap in for that par. 4 under on the day and a share of equal third with Jang Hana in the group ahead. Jihan Sol, 8 feet. Coming back into the green. Just a right edge putt. Simply spectacular tee shot. Birdied this hole every day she's played it. This to complete the hat trick. For a birdie to go to 19 under. Ooh, just ran out of pace at the end. So still needs a couple of good swings on the 18th. Your advantage is 2 with 1 hole to play. And at the closing hole, Jang Hana. Just 82 left. Needed a big kick out of that front fringe. Not going to get it. And that'll be a 15-footer left for Jang Hana to finish up the week at 16 under par and post a clubhouse target. It's been a fine week here at the E1 Charity Open. We've seen plenty of good golf, lots of low numbers. 464s posted this week. One of them by your leader, Jihan Sol, in the opening round. She's 2 clear as she makes her way up to the final hole. But it's Ha-Min Song with the honor. Currently in solo second. Quite a bit of money up for grabs, should she finish in that spot. It's trouble up the left. And she's avoided it. Just hang up the right side of the fairway. 88 million Korean won for a solo second finish here. It's about 80,000 US dollars. But the first place check considerably larger, 144 million Korean won. Ji Han-sul already made 154 million Korean won this season. In her 6 starts she's had. Just a 3-wood out. Trouble lurks all the way up the left side of this hole, playing for position.
Good shot.
And that's the hard part on this 18th hole done. It's a tricky tee shot, but she's safely on the short stuff. One more good swing, and the engraver can start etching the name of Ji Han-sul on this trophy. She'll be the 9th different winner of the E1 Charity Open. And Arin just chipping a little cut driver off the 18th tee. Safely over those right traps. Your final 3-ball. Heading up the 54th and final hole of the week. Up ahead at the green, Jung Ji-min. This for a round of 75. It's been a bit of a cheerless day for Ji-min. And unfortunately, that bogey at the last not going to make it any better. She's been spending some cash today, Jung Ji-min. Bogey at the last. A round of 76. Slides down the leaderboard. Finishes up at 5 under par. And a share of 31st spot. So Jung Hana is for a birdie on 18. Finish up at 16 under par for the week. And as we've seen a couple of times on this inward half, just going to come up short. Another solid week for Jung Hana. But her wait for a 15th win is going to have to wait. 66 to close. Currently in share of 3rd. It'll pay just about 60 million Korean won. Not bad for 3 days' work. Now, Kang Yi-lin. Every dollar counts. This for a birdie. Yes. It was a rough start, but a really solid close. Goes 3 under in her last 7. A round of 70 for Kang Yi-lin. And a top 10 finish for her at 11 under par for the week. Good work. But that glorious trophy looks like it's going the way of Ji Han-sul. The 9th playing of this wonderful championship benefits so many charities, not only this area and all throughout South Korea. It's a privilege and a pleasure to come back to South Springs every year. This year no different. She's going to leave South Springs with the biggest smile on her face, that's for certain. Ji Han-sul, about 120 yards away from the final green. She leads by 2. What a breath of wind out here on the final hole. 110 left for Jihan. Should be a little 9-iron. Anywhere pin high will do. It's just leaking a touch. That's fine. Ji Han-sul safely on the 18th green. 2 good swings were required. 2 good swings she has produced. And barring a miracle, she's going to be lifting that trophy in a few moments' time. Now, Anna Rin hanging lie here, ball above her feet. Got to start this at the right edge. Just let it work back. A bit clunky there, so easy to do when the ball's above your feet sometimes. Just catch it a touch heavy. In song. Alright, middle of the green. Feeding it down to the hole. Only two back. She's hit some great shots today, but she's also hit some pretty poor ones. Never really managed to pile too much pressure on the unflappable Ji Han Sol. Ming Song. The wait for win number 2 will continue. It's Ji Han Sol who looks like she's going to be lifting her second title on the KLPGA Tour in a few moments' time. Will match the trophy count of the lady on the front left of your screen. Anna Rin, twice a winner last year. Finished 4th on the money list. This only her 4th start of 2021. Looks like she's cruising for a top 3 finish. South Springs looking resplendent in Sunday sunshine. As it will be Anna Rin. Away, the only player not to hit the green in this final group. Simple little chip shot left. Carry it 3 paces, 3-4 paces past the fringe. Just let it run out to the hole. Everything moves from her right to left. Pitched it in the fringe, killed a bit of speed, so that'll be for a bit of cash. Currently in a share of 3rd place with Chang Hana. It's worth about 52 million Korean won. If she doesn't hold that and finishes up in solo 4th, that's going to be 40 million Korean won, so about a $10,000 US putt to come for Anna Rin. Min Son is for a closing birdie. To finish her up at 17 under par in a round of 67. No grandstand finish for Ha Min Son, but a runner-up this week. 88 million Korean won in the bank. 68 for Ha Min Son. She's going to come up just short in the E1 Charity Open. But a nice week's work and a good paycheck heading her way. But it's all about this lady, Ji Han Sol. Started slow with that bogey on the second. made 6 birdies since. This to close it out in style for a birdie at the home hole in a round of 66. Well, she had 3 putts for the win from there. Put a coin down, rest, enjoy the moment. That beautiful crystal trophy going to be hitting the way of Jihan Seoul as the 9th winner of the E1 Charity Open. And very well deserved, you'd have to say. Played some truly sparkling golf over these 3 days at South Springs. And there's some money riding on this putt for Anna Rin. Open with a 69. 64 yesterday to play away into the final group. This for a par at the last. And a share of equal 3rd place with Jang Hana. Yeah, beautifully holed putt for Anna Rin. Bogey-free scorecard, a 68 for the 25-year-old. She'll finish the week in a share of 3rd with Jung Hana. But Jihan Seoul going to take her time, go through her routine, go through the process. She has 2 putts from here, but this little 3-footer for a 2nd title on the KLPGA Tour. And her first win in 4 years. The wait is over for Jihan Seoul. A closing 67 and a 2-shot win for her 2nd KLPGA Tour title. Her first since 2017. Your winner of the 9th E1 Charity Open, showered in petals, as the winners here on the KLPGA Tour are. Came 3rd last week at the Doosan match play. But Jihan Seoul is a winner once more. Congratulations from Park Hoon Kyung, Park Ju Young, long-time friend. She's waited a long time to hold that. But she can hold it up proudly once again. A 2nd title on the KLPGA Tour for Jihan Seoul. Just tell the excitement, the jubilation, and the relief. Once again a champion on the KLPGA Tour. Adding 144 million Korean won to that bank account. And no doubt will move up on that money list where she started the week in 5th with 153 million Korean won earned. It's going to go to just under 300 million Korean won after this week. And a 2nd title for Jihan Seoul. Confirmation then, the margin of victory 2 for the 25-year-old over Ha-Min Song, who is left to rue that untimely bogey at the par 3 14th. Jang Hana, she'll share 3rd spot with Anna Rin. Ryu Hei Ran, a welcome return to form. The 20-year-old ends up with a 66 today and in solo 5th place at 14 under par. But it's all about Jihan Seoul this Sunday in South Korea, the winner of the 9th E1 Charity Open. Of course, still must go through the formalities of checking the scorecard, making sure that it's right. Of course, making sure that you sign it. Because if you leave that scoring area without signing your scorecard, that's going to be a disqualification, and we wouldn't want that, would we? Really played some brilliant golf from start to finish, only dropping 2 shots all week long. One at the closing stages of play yesterday and one to start her round. But 20 birdies against those 2 drop shots means that she's once again a winner on the KLPGA Tour. As players always do, signing the yearbook and the space reserved for winner. The turn of Harmin Song. Not quite yet. You can feel that relief from Ji Han Sol. A long wait since she carded those 3 straight 66s to win her only other event on the KLPGA Tour back at the ADT Caps Championship in 2017. Some people wonder whether winning a 54-hole event is the same as a 72-hole event. Still have to get the job done. Whether it's 54 or 72 holes, a win is a win. Both of her wins coming in 3-round events. But Ji Han Sol, there you go. 2nd title. Coming in the 8th event of the 2021 season. Never took a foot off the gas today. Continued to hit fairways, greens. And when it mattered most, was able to hold the important putts. Without further ado, we head down to the prize presentation on the 18th green in a couple of moments when they get set up. What a day it's been. What a wonderful week it's been here at the South Springs Golf Club. The E1 Charity Open Championship Trophy heading the way of one 25-year-old named Ji Han Sol. And the list of great champions. Ji Han Sol can now add her name to that list. So an emotional win for Ji Han Sol. 2nd title on the tour coming this week at the E1 Charity Open. Really some stellar golf. That opening 64 to that closing 67. Never looked in doubt, never looked challenged. Ji Han Sol, your winner this week at South Springs. Highlight time, and there were many this Sunday afternoon. Anna Rin started to challenge early on, trying to put some pressure on Ji Han Sol. This a beautiful 3rd shot to the par 5/6, setting up a birdie. We'll take her alongside Ji Han Sol at the top, but it wasn't for very long. Ji Han Sol on the same hole would put one to within a couple of feet to move one clear once again. Took a 1-shot lead into the final round over this lady Harmin Song. But the 3 players in the final group would trade blows and fantastic wedge shots like those 3 on the 6th. It'd be birdies all around, but the lead was still with Ji Han Sol. Then she extended that advantage, and she got some good breaks as well. Tugged this approach slightly on the 9th. You really feel that if that ball stays up in the fringe, it could be a very different story, but it doesn't. It feeds down the slope, rolls through the fringe, nestles down to just a couple of inches, and it meant Ji Han Sol would take a comfortable 2-shot lead into the back 9. We've seen all kinds of shots this week. Lee Seong-yeon, the latest to add a hole out for eagle to this highlight reel on the 15th hole. She didn't even know it went in. It ended up leading to a round of 65. She could hardly believe it, at inward half of 60. Lee Seong-yeon would end the week at 11 under par. Ryu Hye-ran started the week so brilliantly with an eagle on her very first hole in a round of 64. She played flawlessly today, a bogey-free round. That birdie on 13, one of 6 on her card. And a solo 5th place finish for the big-hitting Ryu Hye-ran. But Anna Rin wasn't going to let Ji Han Sol have a cruisy time walking back to the clubhouse. That was a beautiful tee shot into the downhill, par 3, 14th. But as we saw so many times, Ji Han Sol would find a way to bounce straight back. This another good break. Didn't get all that 8-iron, got a massive bounce off the front right slope. And would roll it to about 12 feet for a birdie. A sigh, a bit of relief, and gratitude more than anything else. Ha-Min Song, the only player in this group to birdie the par 4 13th, but her only bogey of the day coming here at the 14th. Really put a dent in her chances. Didn't find the green with her second shot. Left herself a lot of work to do. And the only bogey in what was otherwise a pretty solid day of golf derailed her chances. But Ji Han Sol got lucky off the tee, and she took full advantage of that good break by rolling in this clutch birdie putt on the 14th with Anna Rin in close. That was a 5th birdie of the day for Ji Han Sol. Took her up to 17 under par. Anna Rin would continue to apply the pressure. This putt curling in the left edge kept her within 2 shots of the tournament lead, but 2 shots was as close as she would get. Ha-Min Song would bounce back from that untimely bogey at 14 with this long-range birdie effort at the uphill 15th. That would move her up to within 2 shots of this lady, but it wasn't to be 2 shots for long. Ji Han Sol yet again finding the bottom of the cup from middle range with that birdie, which got her up to 18 under par. She led by 3 with just 3 holes to play. Jang Hana left it a little bit too late this week. That first round of 70 left her spinning her wheels. A 65 yesterday, and this all-round good putt on the 16th would leave Jang Hana in a share of equal third. But Ha-Min Song was going to grind and fight tooth and nail to the end. That a birdie putt at the 16th would move her up to within 2 shots of Ji Han Sol. But that's about as close as she would come. There was a chance on 17 for her to collect another birdie and just put that much pressure on Ji Han Sol, but 2 rolls short for Ha-Min Song, and she knew at that point her race was pretty much done. Only 1 hole left to play, and she was 2 shots back. Ji Han Sol, comfortable 2-putt on the closing hole. Ends off with 67 on the weekend to go with that 64 on day 1. She wins the 9th edition of the E1 Charity Open.
지한솔 프로님이 입장하고 계십니다. 자, 주식회사 이호 구재원님께서는 우승 자켓과 트로피 1억 4,400만 원의 우승 상금을 수여해 주시겠습니다. 김종표 회장님께서는 꽃다발을 수여해 주시고요. 먼저 우승 자켓을 입혀 주시겠습니다. 자, 사진 촬영 한번 하시고요.
자, 들어오십시오. 자, 가겠습니다.
예, 다음 트로피전들이 이겼습니다. 예,
자, 잘하셨습니다.
예, 다음 대회장이신 부장회장님께서 직접 시상 수표에 서명을 하시겠습니다. 예, 축하드리고 사진 촬영하겠습니다. 자, 부장회장님 서명에 들어간 시상 수표는 이번 대회 우승자에게 더욱 큰 의미가 있을 것 같습니다. 예, 계속해서 김종태 회장님께서 꽃다발을 수여해 주시겠습니다.
자, 잘하셨습니다. 네.
예, 축하드립니다.
So Ji Han Sol collects her second win on the KLPGA Tour at this 9th edition of the E1 Charity Open. 2 shots, the margin over Harmin Song. Zhang Hana, another good week, but that quest for a 15th title will have to wait. It's a second win for Ji Han Sol on the KLPGA Tour. And what's been a wonderful week here at South Springs. Top 10 finish for Park Hyun Kyung. The KLPGA champion finishes up at 10 under par. 2 hole-in-ones this week. 4 rounds of 64. Disappointing day for Song Ga-eun with that 75 and Jung Ji-min with her 76. They slide down the leaderboard. She'll finish inside the top 35. Cho Ayan, former Rookie of the Year and Major Champion, 1 under par round of 71 today, leaves her at 2 under for the championship. Kim Cho-yeon, one of the players there with a hole-in-one on day 1. It's been a fantastic week here at the E1 Charity Open. Massive congratulations to our champion, Ji Han Sol. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week for the Lotte Championship at Bears Best Golf Club in Cheongna. But until then, this is Timothy Loh saying bye-bye for now.